us a little bit how you've written about that, specifically as it relates to females,
Yeah.
women,
Yep.
entrepreneurs who are in that space. They're in a male-dominated world that
Yep.
there seems to be no light at the end of the tunnel. What would you have to offer based on what you've written and how you've lived and everything in between?
Yeah, it's funny because I had to, the word liberation, I don't know what it meant to me most of my adult life. It was some other term that, ethnicities use to free themselves from non-free countries. To take that and put it in the context of some sort of invisible gender battle is an interesting place to put it.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that I realized I did have a moment where I became liberated. And so the story goes that I didn't talk about all of this ever. It was just, you don't talk about it. You don't get up and talk about those things. I was aware of it. No one was ever interviewing me my whole career saying, what's it like to be a woman around men? It just
As you were
never
doing it, as you
happened.
were doing it.
As I was doing it, it was
Yeah.
never a thing. It became a thing when I broke a glass ceiling within H&R Block, which was a Fortune 500 company publicly traded on Wall Street. I hit a level that had not been held by other women in its 52-year history. And so within the organization, it became newsworthy. Now, I remember also getting called from New York for some interviews from some of the magazines. And I just didn't understand the news story. I remember talking to a journalist and I was like, well, what are you going to write about? And they were like, well, you're breaking glass ceilings. And they wanted to write this whole piece on me about for women that was going to tell the story of how I set off into the world, with this target in mind. And I, now have reached the pinnacle that all women in the world want to reach. And I was like, well, here's the sad part of this story is you're probably going to need to go to the people that own this organization and ask them why they promoted me, because that's the story you're talking about. And I can tell you, I actually didn't get here because I'm a girl. I got here because I'm a person that's good at what I do. I delivered great results. I earned the seat that I have at the table.